Hey, Kiequest here. Okay, rolling straight from that boss fight into the next act. I think this act is probably the one I dislike the most. Yeah, and that's just maybe because of nothing to do with the scenery. I actually really like it, but I think it's just because a lot of the back and forth that's put into it. I feel it's like a waste of time, but I feel like I shouldn't have to go back to the basically the starting point as often as I do. But you know, can't do nothing about it. In fact, I do try to avoid going back by getting as many waypoints so that way I can more quickly go back and forth. It's kind of it's a trope that happens in games a lot where, you know, you went back here, then you go back to base, and you go to here, then you go to base. Because most definitely the design, I like all the trees. The monkeys don't bother me either. Alright, here's the way out. Okay, now that we're in town, I'm gonna go ahead and either identify or sell. I'm gonna talk to these people real quick though first. They'll give me quests and stuff like that. Let's see. This is again a chromatic orb, so that was good. Not gonna use any stabs. Oh, there are stabs and daggers have dual purposes, so not like you'd just be a spellcaster. There is a physical staff kind of thing to do. I mean, it's actually one of the tree points over here. If you're a caster, you may actually go through this way, just because these ones have while. So, before go any further, there are things that say while and with. So if it says while, that means just equipping it increases that stat. Where it says with, it means specifically it applies to that. So, for example, I think it's... Yeah, so this one says 20% critical multiplier with staves. It means it applies specifically to attacking. So if you're like using tectonic slam or ground slam, specifically it'll increase your critical strike multiplier. Obviously the multiplier is not your chance, it's the one that increases the damage of the crit. So this one is with, and like I said, it only applies to like attacks, because it's basically applying to the weapon itself. While, on the other hand, applies to kind of like globally. I don't know if they used to have the word global in there for it. They do have global, I think, still on daggers. But this just basically means that you have it equipped, you have the staff equipped, you have 60% increased global critical strike. Easy. There are also ones specifically that apply to spells. This one applies spells only. And then there are ones that are general, like on the assassin tree I believe I showed before, this one's just a raw increase in your critical multiplier and strike chance. So some of the wording is a little bit confusing too, but you kind of get it after a while. Or actually you get used to it. Cough, coming on. Alright, so we're just gonna take this, and again, going here, and then, because I'm going to use power charges, I'm going to go ahead and go into here. Power charges, or not power charges, endurance charges. Power charges are the blue ones. They give you critical strike chance. The red charge, endurance charges, give you a bunch of defense. They give you resistances to the element types, as well as give you physical resistance and increase. No, they don't give you armor. I think they just give you just raw physical resistance. So that's kind of I'm going to go for this build because it is a build just designed to basically be able to go through the game. Let's see, I said To show you, like I said before, that it gives you different currency, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. It'll give you transmutation shards. And then if we go ahead and discover it, it'll give you these alteration shards. Oops. Which one is more useful? I think it's I wouldn't say it's definite, but I think it is up kind of for some debate. I guess you can decide based on what you want. This is a useful recipe, and you should only do if really you have the excess ones, but if you have 3 of any type of these here flasks, right? If you have 3 of these large flasks, then you can go ahead and upgrade it from this flask over to this one. Same thing, this one you can upgrade from this, if you have 3 of them, from this into the next size. Although you do have to be careful of the level requirement. I've actually done this a couple times and just kind of messed up and got one that I couldn't use yet. Which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? I'm going to go back. This is during the Heist League, so I'm going to go ahead and use these coins to open up, and I don't want them in my inventory. And I don't think I can store them in an ordinary inventory, so I'm going to go put them away in Rogue Harbor. Okay, here in Rogue Harbor, just putting stuff away. It's take me a moment. Rogue Harbor also has a stash, so you can always use it, or go here if you want to put stuff away, but I mean, I was just in town, so there's no real reason to go there except to do the Rogue Harbor events. Alright, I think, yeah, it's everything put away. Okay, we're just gonna go now. Alright, here we are in the old field. So, first up, I am again going to do all the optionals. Just because I figure it's nice to show where they're at and kind of like how to, I won't say how to find them on a map, because some of these maps, like I mentioned before, I don't know where they're at. But should be, in general, the den that you want you to go to should be kind of towards the middle of the map or in the upper section of the map. Shouldn't be towards the beginning. So if you go kind of like this way, and then if you don't see it right over here, you probably want to start heading to the right of the map. And you should be able to find it. Oh, that's the end. Okay. Well, now I look dumb. Reminds me of watching Duncan from the Augscast. He's quite a funny guy, but sometimes some of the stuff just he does in the thing drives me crazy. Like, I was rewatching some of his old episodes of doing it at Namacraft? Okay, yeah, here it is. So it's in the middle. No wait, got us to keep on track. Okay, so yeah. One of his series. Namacraft. Anyways. And he was building a lasagna factory, and it's just like, why are you trying to make this and this on this level when you're trying to basically put them into a crafting bench? Or not a crafting bench, it was a crafting, what do they call those? When they're multi-block structures. It was a multi-block crafting bench. And he was trying to put in steak into the same layer and just have it go down one as the noodles, and it was causing a conflict. I'm like, why? Why the steak goes on the bottom? Why is it going into the top? And then you have the tomatoes coming on the side. So there's plenty of room in the back. The steak, you don't have to put it in the same layer as noodles, just put it down one. It didn't make any sense. It was just it was a minor nitpick, but I feel like a lot of times it's like, Duncan, what are you doing? You don't have to do that. You can do it literally any other way, and you choose to do it this way. And I think this part of it comes from me doing some engineering stuff, or not engineering, but programming. And so, in programming, certain things have a flow, and eventually, if you make too much of a mess, it's almost better to start from the beginning. Right. Well, let's take those to sell. Let's see here. Anyways, like I mentioned, it was just... Wow, ends up on this side. And like I said, see, it's in the middle. Aha, see, it's in the middle. At least I got part of it right. And it was on the right-hand side. I just thought it was the upper right-hand side. Muse Becker was mentioning about his lasagna factor thing. This was towards the end. And it's just... I don't know. It seemed horribly inefficient, and he just kept getting confused for like 2 different videos, and it was just like... You should just start over, because you have your entire thing actually going backwards because you didn't set it up step by step right in the beginning of it. I mean, I guess when you first had it in there, until you started adding everything in which direction, it was working fine, but I don't know. It wasn't after a while. It just didn't go. Just restart. He did apparently work it out. I don't know how long he took in between a video to fix it, but he did. And he might have been on a stream actually, for all I know. But and so, you know, people probably saw it on stream, but on the video, it's obviously just, you know, cut out a lot of that faff. Ooh. Okay, that's useful. Get off of me. Okay, so the reason why I'm going this way is actually to go ahead and pick up this waypoint, so that way I don't have to go, I didn't walk back. Instead I'm going to come here, pick up this waypoint, and then just teleport back. That's a lot faster. Let's see. I'm going to look at this, down. Talk to you. Why do you, I don't know. I don't know why she has that over her head all the time, or every once in a while you come back and she'll have it on her head. It's like, hey, I'm here. It's like, I see you. I'm gonna take. Should I take that as a life? Go for the life. Some people at this point, they may not have enough strength to be able to do like leap, or enough dexterity to dash, and they may not have picked up flame dash, which is the sorcerer one, and so you might want to pick up another flash just for speed. Or if you do it in combination, you have your flash for speed and your movement skill, you'll move even faster. Don't know if it tests to something with momentum or not, but it may be a momentum based thing. Okay, go ahead and identify these. I'm looking for... No. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. See. No. Yeah, no. Doesn't do enough damage. No way. We'll go ahead and sell this one. Sell that, even though it's a 3-link. But I don't have anything to do with energy shields, so it's not. Does it have like. No, it's not like fun. No. I'm not gonna take. No. And. No. Do I want this? Stats aren't great. There's not really a lot I want on it. But that's only giving me 19 global. Yeah, I'll just sell it. It wasn't good enough. Let's see. Do I have enough? Yeah. So I'm gonna do. Let's see if they got the right base type in here. Well, I mean, if they have a high enough value base type. Ugh. Pretty far. Oh, if you hold down Alt, you'll be able to see, like this. This tells you what the maximum is roll for you can get. It's 25 to 40, so It's not bad for... Oh, that's 35. Okay. I'm gonna do a... I discussed this, I think, in the last video, where it's basically kind of forging gear. So we have this. I'm going to head. This is the order transmutation. You upgrade it to a normal. This doesn't have any quality on it, so there's no reason to use these. These are for weapons, and this is for armor. Like, this will apply for shields, even though it goes in the weapon slot. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I just mentioned it. This is something I found on another character. It's a 6-link item, but it's not. Or it's a 6-socket item, but doesn't have the links in it. And those take lots and lots of rolls. I think on average, it was like. I think the average one is like at 1200 or something like that, based on data throughout like the entire game. But I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna try to get some good sets. Back. So this is where you take this one and you re-roll with new modifiers. 29 to life. That's not bad for this level. So what we can do here is we can actually do this. This is augment it for a new random modifier. Hopefully, getting a second. Either getting a suffix or getting a additional prefix. We got a suffix for lightning resistance. That's pretty good. So we'll probably use this. There is the next gem you would use is this one here, which would upgrade it from this to a rare. And then from there you could craft on basically an additional stat. And in order to craft, you need a hideout. I'm pretty sure you get your hideout starting in this one. And you can start crafting things onto your gear. Oh no, no wait, I don't need to go there. That was the entire point of getting the waypoint. I'm going to go in an order I like to go in. Because they want you to travel to these 3 areas, and then you'll find some bandits, basically. And the order I like to do is I like to take care of the bandit here, and then I like to take care of the one here, and then I'll go ahead and go to the west bridge in that bandit order. But I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to come down here, and this is where you actually don't need, you can actually just go, you don't need the quest given to you by Yana, but there is a golden hand quest that you get to go into here. I'm going to do it, and it's going to, I forget what it gives me, but it's not necessarily something that I need. Anyways, I'm going to stop here, and we're going to continue on in the next video.